the city.
Hey, that was good, wasn't it? I skinned my cousin 5. I've seen them all now.
Yes, thanks for bringing it round, love.
Oh, that's all right. In a bridge.
Yeah. It's over, man, Bridge. Do you know, Bridget shouldn't watch stuff like that. Not with her delicate mind. It'll give her nightmares.
Well, Tom and Jerry gives her nightmares. Don't they, Bridge?
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry's actually a very violent show. I mean, the fact that the animals can sustain enormous physical injuries and still get up and function as normal is harmful. It gives the wrong impression of violence without consequences.
How many cousins have you got left, Mrs. Price?
14, I think, innit, Gwen?
Yes, it is. Which, according to my calculations, means they're going to have to make 14 more films!
They'd catch on, though, that there was a serial killer in the family. I mean, most murders are committed in the home, so you'd think the police would pick up on the fact that all the victims are related.
But he looks so normal, doesn't he?
Rhyme and the red bomber jacket, the Joe 90 glasses, man. He could be anyone. He could be your cousin Mandy, boy. You'd never guess, man.
Well, it's possible, Gwen, but unlikely. All my cousins are vegan New Age Buddhists. Except for Ken, and he's paraplegic.
Oh, love him.
So he goes, I suppose. Well, then, but I didn't think of that.
Did you enjoy the film then, Randy?
Well, I mean, it was an education. I mean, gratuitous violence like that in America is normally only watched by children. God, did you like it?
Oh, it was great. I loved the bit when he chopped his ears off.
Oh, yeah, the special effects were very lifelike.
How do you know, son?
How do I know what, Idris?
That the special effects were lifelike. I mean, you've never seen anybody having their ears cut off.
No, I haven't. But I mean, it's what I imagine it would look like if I did see it.
Aye, but that's not the same thing, son.
I think you're splitting hairs here, Idris.
No, well, I'm only saying.
Look, I hate to admit it, but I am with Kunta Kinte on this one. You see, what you actually see and what you imagine are two different things, isn't they? Like, for instance, I can see people looking out of the window of a bus, right? On a cold, rainy morning going to work.
Right.
But what I imagine is a parade of soulless zombies carved from parsnip, just sort of sitting there, just counting out the minutes till they get their pensions.
Let's go, is it, Mum?
Shut up, Bridge.
It's been lovely sitting next to you.
Oh, yeah, it's been great.
Our bodies touching.
Oh.
Our breaths mingling.
Right.
Do you know, there are 275,260,000 seconds in 23 years?
What's the significance of that, Gwen?
But till I retire, innit?
Hey, now, it's funny you should mention that.
Well, it's not that funny, is it? I mean, Gwyn is always saying daft things like that.
No, I mean it's a synchronicity, Idris. Because I'm gonna go and look for a job.
Job?
What?
Where?
Well, I was gonna go out tomorrow morning. Why is everybody looking at me like that?
Well, there are no jobs, Randy.
No jobs? Come on, I can't believe that.
Well, whether you believe it or not is irrelevant, Randy boy. It remains a fact nonetheless.
Well, I've got to do something. I mean, I've got enough money to last a week or two more, but if I don't get a job, well, I'll be forced to use my return ticket.
Return ticket?
What for would you use a return ticket, Randy, but?
Well, to return, Idris.
To America.
Well, no, to Cardiff, I mean. There must be some jobs there.
Cardiff? You can't go to Cardiff, man.
Why not, Idris?
Why not?
Well, yeah, why not?
Well, they eat people's heads in Cardiff.
I don't think that's true.
Well, you'll have your head eaten then.
I'm not saying that I want to go to Cardiff.
It's the capital of head eaters, man.
And I'm sure I won't have to.
Satan's handmaidens will get you. They'll force you to dance, man.
Aye, and take drugs in it.
That Worthington stuff.
Aye, Mr. Price.
Aye. And then you dry up and die, like it says in the papers, man.
As I said, I am sure that I won't have to go. But look, if I did have to, then we must face all things with equanimity.
No! No, 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 no!
Thus spake Zarathustra.
Let's go, man.
Oh, shut up, Bridge!
Sign on.
Sign on what?
The social.
Welfare, you mean? No, Idris. I think a fit young guy like me ought to pay his own way.
Well, yes, if he can. That's the thing, though, innit? If he can.
You could always scavenge up the tip, I suppose.
There's a waiting list up there, man, Gwen.
right enough. Well, that's it. Goodbye, Randy. Hasta la vista, bon voyage.
No!
He's starting all now.
Go on a sec. Tell him you keep staring in the mirror all night crying.
But Idris, I don't.
No, well, do it for a couple of nights and then tell her.
That's a good idea. Look, I can show you how.
But Moira, Idris, that would be fundamentally dishonest.
So what?
Oh, you can't go, Randy. You're my boyfriend. Who will I dream about if you go?
But Mandy, I'm not going anywhere. You're blowing this all out of proportion.
I'll never find another
But, Mandy,
American
I'm not-
boyfriend, will I?
You were the nicest young bloke I ever slept with.
You're the nicest young bloke I haven't slept with.
Mandy! Idris!
You have unleashed a maelstrom of turbulent emotion here, but...
Well, look, I think you're all overreacting. Now, I am going to get a job. Even when I was with the Hopi Indians, I found gainful employment watching mud huts dry.
Well, it's probably a lower unemployment rate in the Nevada desert.
I'd be surprised if that were the case, Gwen.
I'll crush my own windpipe with an hammer if he goes.
I'll take all my clothes off and scream.
I'll live in a suitcase under the bed without hose.
And I will join Plaid Cymru.
All I said was I'm gonna go look for a job.
Can I have another marshmallow, please, Mrs. Price?
There you go.
Oh, thanks, son.
That's all right, Idris. I like lighting fires. It was another thing I did with the Hopi. They gave me the nickname of Anatangu, which literally translated means the intruder with flame in his hands.
Ah, well, I'm glad you are doing it, because I'm not crawling about in cold first thing in the bloody morning. Mornings are hellish enough as it is, what with waking up and that.
It's not a problem, really. I like doing it. By the way, Idris, thanks for letting me borrow your lucky suit. Do you really think it makes me look Welsh?
No.
Are you all right, Idris?
No,
I noticed you were up half the night.
I was in the garden.
Sitting in his vest in the rain, he was.
I was trying to catch pneumonia.
Idris, look, I'm gonna get a job. I promise you.
You are not, son. There is no jobs, man. You go to Cardiff and you'll get a job boiling eggs or something.
Hey, Ed Chef you'll be then.
And then he'll grow a little moustache and forget all about us.
A little mustache?
I like that Ian Rush.
Look, Idris, this is crazy. I'm gonna get a job. I mean, there must be some jobs. Gwen's got a job.
Yeah, but he's been there, man, since he left school. I think they forgot to sack him.
Well, it's still a job. I mean, well, what is it you do exactly?
Do?
Yeah.
Well, it's difficult to put into words, really, Randy boy. I go in the morning, and then I potch about till dinner time. Then I have dinner. Then after dinner, That's a good question, but I can't answer it, not off the top of my head, just like that. I'd have to think about it. Oh. But I do something, I'm sure. Remind me to ask Moira.
Look, anyways, I'm going. Oh. Don't worry, Idris. I mean, my grandfather found work in the Great Depression. I think I can get a job in the Rhondda Valley.
Be like looking for a Valium in an allotment, Randy boy.
Gwen, I am amazed at your cynicism. Hey, wish me luck.
Go for it, big guy.
I hope, it's off to work I go.
Right.
Where are you going?
When the rough is going, the going is rough.
What?
Dad? Dad? Are you in there? Dad-o!
Leave me alone, man, I'm working.
Oh, come on, Dad. Hey, I'm gonna clean the oven. You can come and watch me if you want. It's the stuff that puffs up all bubbly. You can watch it through the glass.
No, I'm busy.
You can pretend it's like stuff growing on a spaceship. On the hull up in space, Dad.
No!
Like in Alien, Dad. Like in the film.
Oh, don't tempt me, man. Delilah, you are.
All right, then. Come and watch me. If you change your mind. You coming up the club dinner time?
No, I don't know, man. Leave me be.
All right. I'm going now, then.
Oh, go away and leave me alone, man.
I don't believe it. I really don't believe it.
I told you so, but I bloody told you, didn't I?
I know.
Disappointing morning, love.
It was...
Horrific.
Well, normally I would regard that as an overstatement, Gwen, but...
It's a bleak and terrible age we live in, aye.
I mean, there are jobs, sure, but just no human being should have to do them.
No human being does do them. They only exist so they can stop your door if you turn them down.
I feel kind of traumatized.
Would you like a Prozac, love?
You never offer me one, no.
No, thank you, Moira. I need to restore my energies. I'll do some yoga when I get back to the house. Stand on my head for a couple of hours.
I'll stand on your head for a couple of hours, but if you think it'll do any good.
Here you go then. 4 packets of spicy brain-flavoured crisps, crinkle cut.
Well, as I was going, boy.
Randy's been looking for a job, Di.
A job? What job?
Right. There were these turkeys, right?
Oh, aye.
So, naturally, I assumed they'd need caring for, you know, feeding, talking to, that sort of thing. So I went in to apply.
Turkey strangler, was it?
Yeah.
What else, love?
Well, there was, a vacancy for a part-time sick cleaner down at the bus station.
Career move, that.
And then there was collecting syringes from the public toilet in the park, which incidentally ought to be condemned.
Ah, well, they have been, see, but there's people living there.
There are other things, too, terrible to mention. You were right, Gwen.
Always am, that. Always am. But it brings me no pleasure.
Where's the Ayatollah today, then?
Oh, it's a good question, Di.
Is it?
Yes, Gwen. I mean, when did Dad last miss his 1 o'clock pint?
Say some March the 7th, 1965,
5.
wasn't it? He'd been knocked unconscious by Hayden Webb's father outside the fish shop for calling his bricklaying baroque.
Exactly.
He was kind of peculiar this morning.
Kind of peculiar every morning.
Yeah, I know, but peculiar in a different way. He was... Well, it's hard to put my finger on it.
Witty,
No,
sensitive, intelligent.
no, it wasn't that. He was quiet.
Quiet.
He didn't eat his breakfast either. Not even the bacon rinds. And you know how he likes to pretend they're little worms before he swallows them?
That's right.
And then after you'd gone, he locked himself in his room and he wouldn't even come out not to even watch me clean a stove.
God, that's serious.
And then later on, he went off somewhere. Wouldn't tell me where.
Where'd he go?
I don't know, Mandy.
Strange things do happen, though, innit, to old people and that. Like.
Those bloody videos it is. All that mutilation and stuff. It do give him ideas.
Hey, maybe he is being skinned alive even as we speak. His paper-thin, wrinkled old skin being used to bind an ancient copy of the Book of Common Prayer.
Hush!
Perhaps he skinned himself.
I wouldn't bloody put it past him, Dad.
Maybe he lost the will to live, see?
Because he thinks you are going to Cardiff, it is, Randy boy.
Gee, guys, that makes me feel terrible.
It was meant to, but...
They eat people's heads in Cardiff.
I don't think that's true, Di.
Yes, it is. Boil them first they do, then eat them. Idris told me.
Where is he?
Look, I'm sure there's a perfectly rational explanation to all this. He is probably engrossed in a book somewhere.
He can't read, can he? Except the Bible, and that's only because he knows it off by heart.
Do you think we should go and look for him?
Look for him.
Well, yeah, I feel kind of responsible.
Ah, well, I don't. Look, I am sure that there is a perfectly logical explanation, right? He probably bumped into Aidan Webb's father again.
He's dead, man, Gwyn.
Aidan Webb himself.
How can you laugh in a nightmare like this?
Look, don't worry about him, man. I am sure that any minute now his ridiculous, screwed-up, succubus-like face will appear around that door. Oh, bloody hell!
Get off, man! Hey, don't you break that, I tell you now! Get off me, will you? Hey, get back, go to the park, man! Hey, I know your father, right? I've seen him down the park. Go on, you! I know him! Come on, hey, get back, go to the park, man!
What's my
Go on, go on! I know him, father!
Awesome!
God, Bridget, love, what's the matter? Is something wrong?
She wants to speak, man.
Guys, right, she's in the grip of something.
What is it, Bridget, love? You can talk to us.
Get her a drink of water, Di.
No, don't.
Dragons! Dragons have been at there!
Ridiculous man died. Had any dragons in Wales? Well, not in South Wales, anyway.
Dragoons then, innit? Welsh guardsmen.
That's more like it.
Come on now, what do you want to say? Dram.
Drambuya pineapple and trouble. Bridget,
Go and get her one.
Two.
Two.
Two, he can't buy you two. You haven't got a job.
Mandy, sit down. What's wrong with Mandy?
Little man.
Little men?
How little, Bridget?
Very little.
Dwarves, they be, man.
Dwarves?
Sandwich.
Bacon or lamb.
Is it dwarves, Bridget?
Aye, dwarves. Mandy. Nail vanish. Gone, yeah, not murder.
I know. The dwarves have taken Mandy and Dad away, haven't they? You saw it when you went in to buy some nail varnish. Midnight murder, innit?
Midnight murder.
Nail varnish, innit, love?
Yeah, how the hell did you understand that then? Female intuition, is it?
I was inarticulate myself once, Di. I know the shorthand.
Gee, I mean, Idris and Mandy kidnapped by dwarves. I've read about things like that, but I didn't think it was a contemporary phenomenon.
You don't think it's true, do you?
Well, it is possible, Moira. I mean, every culture has its little people. The leprechauns of Ireland, the elves of Nordic myth, the cactus-dwelling Menante of the Hopi.
Well, who'd have thought?
Little men, I never trust little men. Idris told me.
Mr. Price, sandwich.
God, the dwarves have made him into a sandwich.
Sandwich?
Walking.
Walking sandwich, is it, Bridge?
Watch her, Di. She's going. The drunk beer is taking effect, boy.
Walking sandwich. We ought to call the fire brigade, man.
Why the fire brigade, Di?
Well, they might have special nets in it.
There's no point in just sitting about by you. Let's go home and see if they've turned up there.
There might be something on the news.
If there is, let me know. I can't afford to lose a valuable customer, man.
Fair enough, Mandy. I phoned Gwyn at work. We need all available hands on deck. I don't know why. Dwarves, dragons. We gotta get to the bottom of this paranormal-ness.
Catastrophe, man. Catastrophe.
Nothing.
Well, no news is no news, I suppose.
It's not funny, Gwyn.
My father's been abducted by a troop of dwarves who've changed into a sandwich filling, and you reckon it's not funny?
Could be in danger, man, Gwyn.
And it's Mandy, too, my girl, remember?
Hey, maybe they've eloped, and the dwarves are the congregation.
You don't care about no one, do you? I don't know. I get you the afternoon off work for compassionate reasons, and all you can do is crack, you stupid bloody
Look,
joke.
all right. Look, we'll call the army out or something and get them to search the surrounding countryside.
Well, surely the dwarves would have taken their prisoners beneath the ground.
Good point, but I hadn't thought of that.
I'm going to consult the vicar.
The vicar? Why?
There may be dark forces at work.
Black magic, you mean?
Man, Bridget, people will think we're watching Surprise, Surprise.
Why do midgets have to interfere in the lives of normal-sized folk? It's unfair, man. It's wicked. It's grotesque.
Not strictly true, Moira. I mean, the vertically challenged have made an enormous contribution to society. I mean, Toulouse-Lautrec, Napoleon, Danny DeVito. Hey, come on, you guys, back off. Give her some air.
Moira! Hey, Mark! You miss me?
Good God, where have you been, Dad?
Good God, it's the King of Hearts.
Mandy, Idris.
Hello, Randy. Hello, everyone.
Are you all right?
All right, of course we're all right, don't we? Hey, where's Will? Will, come on in, man. Bring the boy. All right, everybody. He chased the buggers off with his machete.
We thought you'd been abducted by the dwarfs.
Dwarfs, man. We're small, but we're old. You're entitled to be small when you're old. All your faculties shrink, see? Your faculties will shrink as well when you're old.
This is my Uncle Will. He's head of the Burma veterans. And when Randy said he had to find a job or leave, I asked Uncle Will if he would help.
Well, where do you come into the soap opera then, Dad?
Oh, I was set upon.
Parading up and down he was in his sandwich board, see?
Sandwich board?
Like an old soldier he was. Brought tears to my eyes. Brought tears to all our eyes.
And then this gang of under-fives came out of nowhere.
I pushed me over, they did.
Upside downsy dung beetle Idris was.
Oh, you was?
All flailing limbs and terrible eyes. Do you know, we used to have a lot of those, didn't we? In the jungle.
Oh, we did. Aye, lots of
Dung beetle. So me and the Burma vets chased them all. We'd have beaten their teeth out, see, 40 years ago, but you can't do these things now, can you? When you're old and you've got arthritis, you can't make a fist, see?
Hey, Will, come over by here. Bring the boys with you. Let's show them what we got.
Good God, you haven't been selling your bodies, have you?
Oh, no, look.
It's for you, Randy.
That is your first week's pay.
In advance.
We got you a job,
Well, there must be over 50 pounds here.
56 pounds, we give 4 pounds each.
Wow, but I mean, that's plenty.
Hey, hang on now, look, before we start carousing and that, what is this job?
Oh, yeah, there's no killing involved, is there?
Killing? No, of course not. We've hired you now to lay our fires in the morning, see, leave a bucket of coal and check we haven't died in the night.
Wow, what a neat job.
Well, you see, we are very, very old, all of us over 70, and you can't trust those buggers living in this district. No, they'd steal your pension book, see, no respect like that.
None at all.
And Idris said that you were as honest as a vicar's wife.
Oh, well, I am, sir, I assure you.
How many of you are there, Mr. Painter?
Me, one, Mrs. Price.
The Burma veterans, I meant.
Oh, well, 13, still alive.
Unlucky for some.
Aye, but not for us.
No, that's true.
You have to work hard, mind.
Well, I thrive on hard work, sir. It'll be an honor to serve old soldiers like yourselves.
Oh, well done.
I'm a pacifist myself, but I have a lot of respect for those who fought to give me that right of choice.
That's a bloody weird statement, that, isn't it?
So now you can stay.
Oh, Mandy, Idris, you did this for me.
We didn't want you to go away, see?
That is so well. Thank you.
I know. I'll put the kettle on and we'll have a cuppa to celebrate. Go on. And as it's a special occasion, you can all have a bit of my body bag.
Come on, Mr. Painter, come on, boys, in a walk. Sit down somewhere.
So cool.
You've been watching her video,
I skinned my cousin, Uncle Will.
Oh, dear, it's a masterpiece, yes.
It's a starkly realistic reflection of modern family life, Mr. Painter.
Yes, we'd like to have a watch at that, wouldn't we, boy?
We've seen it once. Hey, but I mean, what the heck? Whatever you want.
Boss!
Idris! I skinned my cousin, but...
Don't worry, Will. I'm sure the bugger deserved it.
Oh, Bridge, it's all worked out. He's staying.
Let's go, is it, man?
Bishu begat Buki, and Buki begat Uzzy, and Uzzy begat Zeriah, and Zeriah begat Meraioth. Now Meraioth begat Amariah, and Amariah begat Aitab, and Aitab begat Zadok, and Zadok begat Ahimaaz. They don't write them like that anymore.
Hey, Idris.
Aye.
If I got 13 old guys on my list, and they gave £4 each, why do I have 56 pounds? It should be 52.
Aye, well, I gave 4 quid too, just to make it a bit more. Anyhow, you can make our fire up every morning as well.
Idris. Here.
Well, don't you want it?
Idris, you're my friend. I can't take money from you. I do things for you because you're my friend. I'd do it for all the old guys for nothing if I didn't need the money so bad. I believe in community spirit.
All right, then. I'll buy something with it.
Great.
Some bacon rinds I'll get. Great. Do you know, my first job was on a farm. There was real jobs about in them days. I just walked in, asked if there was any work, and within 10 minutes I was gainfully employed.
Wow, that is so great. What was it that you did?
I used to chew crusts for gummy chickens.
Time for sleep, huh?
I doubt the light, son. Nice-looking girl, that Mandy.
Yeah, she's a doll.
Her mother was a looker, too, when she was young.
Really?
Got your leg over yet, son?
What? No, it's not like that.
Go on, you can tell me, man.
No, I haven't.
Won't, will she?
Actually, I get the feeling that she probably would. I mean, I've had it with shallow relationships just based on physical attraction. I mean, I want to create something strong, something lasting.
She won't, man. She won't.
Yes, she would.
Women. Keep away from her. That's my advice.
Good night, Idris.
She won't, man. She won't.